Episode 2, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin Edition. In the last episode, we had gone through, Iron Keep. No, we didn't. We've gone through, Spider area, can't remember the name of it, and we killed the Duke's Deer Freya. In this episode, we're going to go through the area that is my least favorite, the gutter, and hopefully get near to the boss there. I'm not going to say that we will be getting to the boss there, but I'm not saying that we're not. But this is my least favorite area in the entire game. These next two areas, I really don't like these areas because they're just so annoying to deal with. Welcome to the gutter. Yeah. A gutter is a type of area where you just don't want to be in it. And it's sad. Really. You're going to see throughout this area, there are a lot of traps, a lot of areas you can fall down into. Areas you don't want to fall down into, but you probably will. Areas where there's holes and statues that give you poison. There's a lot of those. There's a little bit too many of them. If I have to say in it. And I really am not looking forward to going through this area. Like, all the way through this area. Because, remember, this is my least favorite area of the game. And it has what I think is some of the hardest to deal with, level development. Of course, you could bring a torch in here and it would be all fine and dandy. You could see, kind of. Like, it helps you see a little bit, of course, but it's nothing superior. You notice there are a lot of dead ends. So, yeah. We really won't be using a torch. It's just kind of nature. I never used torches in these kind of areas. I didn't do it in Catacombs because it wasn't all that dark. I didn't use it in why can't I remember the name of that area right now? I can't remember the name of it. But I didn't use a torch there. Wherever and whatever it was called. No torch was used. Isn't there another one? I mean, I could probably make that jump. I'm just scared to. If that makes sense. Of course, we're going to have to end up coming through this area again, so... yeah. There are a lot of the guys that, like that. Also, there's a lot of traps, as I've said already. And there's also my least favorite enemies, or some of my least favorite enemies again, Mr. Explodey dudes, which aren't at all fun to deal with. And then we got these spiders, which, really only appear in DLCs. If I'm being honest, they really don't appear in anywhere else other than here. I mean, I'm not even 100% sure these are in the normal game. I think this is just because of Scholar First Edition. But they're fun enemies that will corrode your armor and make them just get sucked up. I mean, you can't really tell because I was here walking around. You can't really tell for me because, well, I was able to dodge a lot of it, but there's a lot of problems there. A Wicked Eye Great Shield. I do not remember ever picking this item up. Trust me, I do remember picking this item up. Yep. See, this area I don't think I've ever explored all the way through. Of course, once you know, once we get through this playthrough, it's gonna change, but, you know, it's situations like that I don't look forward to. Where I could get ass blasted away in the matter of like 4 seconds. Also, this is a little quick tip for you. Always be able to check around corners and that kind of stuff. Be ready to check around that little cornered area just in case. Because there's always that chance that there might be a guy that explodes and backs and pushes you back and throws you down into the area no one wants to be in. Also, welcome here. I've never been here. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Never, ever been in this area before, so I literally have no idea what this area is. I just know that there's this spider thing, so, yeah, we're gonna kill it, because, I mean, hey, that's all I know how to do. That's all I know how to do, and I'm really afraid to try to... I'm really afraid to go into that white mist. Because I'm afraid it might, like, auto-kill me, basically. Then we got these spots, which I don't know what's in them, because I've never actually been over here. A lot of poison moss. So, like, what was that enemy? I just want to know. Because I have no idea. Like, I have no idea what that enemy was. And probably will never know what that enemy was either. Also, there's these guys. They kind of like appear out of nowhere. Like, seriously, they're gonna just straight appear out of nowhere, and I have no idea where they're coming from. And again, this is why I don't like this area, because there's so many enemies. There's an enemy like right over here in this little area, I believe. Yeah. But I do know if we break, not this wall, but we come over here and break this, not that wall. We come over and break this, no, not that wall. What wall was it? This wall. And then travel over here. We get this cool thing. And it's a bonfire. It's great. It's one of the greatest bonfires ever in gaming. Trust me. Because I've never been so stoked. I don't think you guys quite understand. That's a lovely bonfire. Also, let's head down here. Because I can, and I don't know what all these letters lead to. So let's travel. You know? As you do. The other one looks like it drops to a platform, so we'll come back to that one. And this is what episode 30 is going to be about. Coming to these areas that we've been through before, but don't want to go through on like a normal basis. This ladder's pretty cool. What does it lead to? Again, basically nothing. It leads to this pot and stuff, but what does this lead to? I don't know. So let's test it out. Be something good. It's not necessarily good. Oh god, I just got scared. I'm scared. Help. I actually like got spooked there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I actually shook. I'm that scared right now. I'm not that scared, but like, that's how scared or slash spooked I got there. Hey, if they want to just keep coming up here, they're welcome to. They should know they're always welcome here. Okay, now maybe not this many of them, but, you know. Majority of them are always welcome. Yeah. How many more coming up? See one more. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Please tell me you're done. Please tell me you're done. Oh, this letter's like really not all that large. Now I've explored this little area a little bit more than I have the top area. Because this little bottom area is really not all that much. These pots, if you break them, they give you corroding damage, which, if you don't know that, it takes away from your armor health. Yeah. What? Wasn't ready for you. It takes away from your armor's durability / health, which is not good. That's basically it. You don't want that. You want your health to be good. Also, once you can't get back. Okay. That kind of sucks. I would love to just kind of drop down, but the problem with that is, you see, you know, you can't really do that. And this is where you get an easy fragment branch of yore, but, you know, for right now, it's not going to be as useful. Actually, it's going to be super useful. Just give it a second, though. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, no, that's going to be awesome. Welcome to Black Gulch. This is the second area that is off of the gutter. I don't think this part is as bad as the other part is. I mean, it's bad. Don't get me wrong, it's bad. But I don't think this part of the little game, is all that bad. Because it's a lot it's a lot smaller. Not gonna lie, it's so much smaller, it's so much nicer. Although there's black hand things, we're not even going to fight them normally. We're just going to light them on fire. Because that's how you deal with them. Easily, anyways. You light all the pits on fire and then you just start chopping away at these poison. Yes, this is poison. This whole area is just consumed. Just absolutely consumed by poison, and it's so annoying. And it only gets worse when you try to do this one thing later in the game. You never want to be in this area during poison time. Trust me. Isn't it? Yeah, the dropping point's right here. There we go. So you drop down here in this little bit secret area, and we get to meet someone that we've already met before, Lucatile.
Still on the road, are you? Sorry to have burdened you so. This is for you, by way of an apology.
We're still protection. Gives more physical defense.
I found my thoughts growing hazy. My memories are fading, oldest first. The curse is doing its work upon me. I am frightened, terribly so. If everything should fade, what will be left of me? I had an older brother. We learned to fence together. He became the most decorated swordsman in all of Mirror. I never even compared to him. In fact, I never beat him, not once. But then, one day, he was gone, lost without a trace. Now I'm certain that he was taken by the curse. If only someone would hear my tale. My brother must have come here, too. Soon I may forget even about him. If only some...
So this is, coming up to one of her last... Actually, no, this is like one of her... This is, I think, the second to last area that she can spawn. And her story's sad, it really is. I'm not gonna lie. Just a heads up, if you're coming through this area, you can have an item called Common Fruit. Use it, allows you to have better resistance against poison. That's just a heads up, you know, for people to know, because I don't have it, and I don't like this area. So welcome here. We got these guys. Don't worry about them. I'm joking, by the way. Of course you're going to need to absolutely worry about these guys, because they suck. But if you just get lucky with your shots, you'll be just fine. And we're going to take another little shortcut thing. No, I'm poisoned. That's not good. Alright, we're gonna do one of these numbers to kind of fight the poison. Do this to fight the poison. And then do this so we come to another shortcut. Sadly, this is a door, but we can't open it until something else happens. And that's where this little area comes to play. Not this little area. This area that I'm on right now. This area comes to play because guess what happens? Or guess what there is? There are two giants that roam this little, not really little, but this room. Two of them. And they're horrible to fight normally. So don't try to. I'm telling you now, do not try. This is a bad idea if you do. So, this is a good area to pull out some poison arrows. If you poison them by shooting them with a multitude of poison arrows, what will happen is, well, they'll get poisoned, and you won't exactly need to fight them, making your life, like, 12 times more easier. So, poison them, and then just, like, shoot them normally. And I'll explain exactly what we're killing these guys for later. But for now, it's to get a certain item for a certain thing that we'll be doing later. Also gives us a key that allows me to go into another DLC. Which I'll actually be showing you in this episode. I'll just shoot him to death, it doesn't really matter. My arrows don't really matter here. My poison ones. Then we got this one. For some reason, one of them really likes to, like, not be in the action, like, whatsoever. I've noticed that anyways. So, like, if you try to come out of the room, just be careful, because he will come right after you and then try to kill you. So, yeah. If you see him walking towards you, just start walking in that direction so that you were back to the room. Also, earlier we got the Hex Scraps of Life. I don't exactly remember what it does. Oh god, that's one of his attacks. He slams down. But the reason I'm not really showing these guys off is because we'll actually see more later. I'm not going to tell you when. I'm just going to tell you that we're going to see them later. So yeah. Once you kill both of them, you have to kill both of them for it. You can get the Forgotten Key and a Soul of a Giant. Forgotten Key is a key, and the Soul of a Giant is a soul. But the thing is, with this soul, you cannot transform it into a boss weapon. This soul is very important. There are 5 of them in the game, and when you have all 5 of them, or you just, let's say, have 3 of them, something happens. If you use them, it gives you about 10,000 souls. Never use this item. Never use it. Listen to me. Never. And I mean it. You never want to use this item. Especially if you're going for 100%. Never use it. The reason I'm going to say it is because... The reason I'm saying this is because... Hear me out on this one. The 10,000 souls that it gives you is not enough for what it also gives you if you don't pop them. Do not use these souls. Do not use them. It would be to your best favor. It would be to your... It'd really help you out. Sorry, bad with words. But it would really... It'd be better for you if you just don't use them. Listen to my words and listen to them well. Because I'm not going to make you believe otherwise. I'm telling you this now, so you know. Do not use this item. No matter what you think. No matter what. Do not use this item. Oh god, there's that one. I forgot all about that one. Alright, so this is a hand thing. They die instantly because of the weapon I have. That's it. That's their... Oh no, this is not good. Get out of the way. Okay, cool. So once you use the fragment virtue on that guy, you can come over here and light this bonfire. This bonfire is awesome because it leads to... allows you to get to an area much easier. And... it is right to something that we'll be doing, like, in a few minutes. Not even minutes, like a few seconds. Once I kill Woodland here. I actually haven't fought this guy in a long time, because I really haven't needed to. So I don't know if he drops anything. Yeah. Come over here, pick this, I think this is a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Yep. Pick that up. This is... Lucatiel of Mira. This is where you can summon her. There are 4 boss fights you can summon her in. You could summon her in this boss fight that is coming up. You can summon her in the Flexile Century. You can summon her in the... I'm trying to think of the other boss fights. Really? Why can't I remember the last 2? There are 2 other fights you can fight her if you have her come in and fight her with. Yeah, but I can't remember the name. I believe I already fought them. Oh, Lost Sinner. The Lost Sinner is one of them. And then there's one more that I can't remember the name of. Sorry, I just can't. So, with that, we're gonna go on through this path, not get poisoned. Slash, we are gonna get poisoned, but then we're gonna use this. Also, Woodland Child Victor has a brother. His name's Victor. I said Victor, but he has a brother, if you were wondering. And, yeah. Welcome to the Rotten boss fight. The Rotten. Love this boss. The Rotten is actually, I think, one of the coolest bosses in this game. Because he's so easy. And I love the looks of him. He just has some of the best looks, I think. So let me tell you a little bit about him. So, the Rotten is a very awesome boss with many movesets. He has a lot of chopping things. Trust me. A lot of them. He loves to chop things. That is his whole business. The Rotten here likes chopping so much. That is the majority of the attacks he will do. There are a few attacks that he will summon magic forth, or there are some attacks that he will just straight explode. And I'm not lying with that. There are just straight attacks that he will explode, and he has a grab attack. Don't get hit by the grab attack, and don't step in the fire. Well, which I think is pretty fair. He himself is not damaged by the fire, but, you know, you don't really want him in anyways. Personally, I don't think this boss is all that difficult. But now that I'm saying that, I'm probably dying. So Ron himself is a pretty interesting boss. You can actually chop off one of his arms. Never done it personally, but it gives you something. I don't actually remember what that was, but it does give you something. And with that, the Rotten is dead. One of the easiest Great Souls to kill, and a speedrunning tactic as well, because if you were to come in down here and fight the Rotten, you were to fight him 4 times. You can actually go into the next area without having to fight Lost Sinner, the Duke's Diaphragm, or even Old Iron King. I go to the Old Iron King because I like the boss a little bit more. And with that, we've gotten every single Great Soul there is. And yes, the DLC in front of us. Sadly, we do not have the key for this DLC. But we will be getting the key. Forgot that happened. So something's happening. And I was on the other side of him. Here he is. Hello, traveler. How are you? Haven't seen you in a long time, and I really hope that the thing that I can do, and the thing that you end with, I can actually accomplish. Because if I can't, it's gonna be kind of sad.
No one has come this far.
I forgot what your voice sounded like.
Very long while. Young Harlow, do you wish to shed this curse?
Yes.
Then accept the fate of your ilk, and face the trials that await you. And yes, you have already joined the crestfallen.
Oh no, I'm ready.
Young Harlow, there are but 2 paths. Inherit the order of this world, or destroy it. Only a true monarch can make such a choice. Very few indeed have come even this far. And yet your journey is far from over. Half-grown Hollow, have you what it takes? Truly?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would. I mean,
Young Hollow, seek after Vendrick. He who almost became a true monarch. The Vendrick is certain to guide your way. Fledgling Hollow, may we meet again?
remember the name Vendrick. King Vendrick. Remember that name. Remember it well. He is going to be one of the most important characters in this game. That's all I'm going to say about it. Now let's light this bonfire, because the last time it exploded. So let's light this bonfire and go back to Majula, where path opens to a new area. We can get more items. Hell, even Emerald, whatever her name, Emerald Herald would be like, hey, you killed them all. Wow, good job. So, let's level up.
You are blessed with a myriad of souls.
Wow. Like 4 of
Bearer
them?
of the curse, make your way to the castle.
So we have to head to a castle. I mean, maybe that's where King Vendrick is. I don't know. And this starts the true adventure of Dark Souls 2. Now, you can say whatever, but we've gone through 24 videos, I think. I'm not 100%, it might be 25. Of us going through Dark Souls 2 and not even hitting the main, the big, the tough part. Oh yeah, it only gets worse. And I mean that by the greatest thing I can. It only gets worse. So, unlike dear Duke Freya, the Rotten does actually have the Great Soul. It's not like a whole situation where she's not actually the Great Soul, but she has it. No, it's not like that. Well, first off, we're going to head down the mediocre middle ladder, which I believe is this one. I think. Yeah, this is the one. We're heading down this one. Because it leads to something we want. I think this is the right ladder. This is not the right ladder. But I can't go back up, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna hope and jump! Okay. Now we're gonna heal. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the cat ring on, because I nearly died. Alright, now we're gonna... Come on, try! Okay. So if you take the big ladder, then you'll survive the fall fully. But if you don't take the big ladder, then you won't survive the fall fully. I don't know what I meant. So any door that looks like this used the forgotten key on it, and you can open it perfectly well. Then you come right over here to this little area, and there are 3 chests and a body. Let's pick the item of the body. The Dragon Talon. The Dragon Talon leads to the second DLC. Well, technically the last released DLC, but it's the second DLC. I believe this DLC that is coming up, the one that we just got the key to, is the easiest DLC. That's what I personally think. Now, if you open these chests, you get the Soul Vortex, one of the strongest spells there are. You get a Witch Tree Branch and a Witch Tree Bellvine. Witch Tree Branch being a staff, and the other one being a talisman. Very nice staffs and talisman. The last chest you open, I believe, is a Sublime Bonus. I was wrong. It's Great Lightning Spear, a miracle, which is, I think, kind of funny. We're not quite done with this area because there is one more item I'd like to pick up. Hopefully. Of course, I might not actually make it. I mean, I should. And hey, it'd be the first death in like a few episodes. I'm dead. Yay! First death in a few episodes! It didn't really matter. That item I could care less about right now. But we are kind of going into what? I forgot this is here. Actually, this brings us to exactly what I wanted to do this episode as well. So now that we have the Dragon Talon, this was not planned whatsoever. I actually did not plan for this little situation to happen. It just kind of did. So, yeah. So now that we're here, I mean, this is not at all where I kind of wanted to be. So now that we are here, I guess let's go to the DLC. I was actually going to show off the, what the Rotten Soul gives, but this is fine first, I guess. Also, you come over here because I'm going to get a Fire Seed. That's what you were wondering what that item was. It's a Fire Seed. If you don't know what a Fire Seed is, it's an item that levels up your Pyromancy Flame, or Pyromancy Hand thing, right? So yeah. Also, you come back over here, it's just the bonfire. It allows you to go back to Majula easy. So, yeah, we'll head there soon enough. Let's enter this DLC area. And if you see one last statue like that, you'll know it's the DLC, because that's what they've all looked like so far. So yeah. And there's one DLC left, which I think is like the most medium out of the DLCs. It's not all that difficult, I don't think, but it is not easy whatsoever. I mean, this one's not easy either, but I think this one, I would argue this one's probably the easiest one. I mean, of course, it can be challenging. But I think the Crown of the Iron King is much more challenging than either of the other crowns. Well, because it doesn't actually tell you what the crown of this blank area is. This area is... Let's get a nice shot. Because actually, this DLC is my background for my PS4, because I love this little area. Well, this area is Solva, the Sanctum City of the Crown of the Sunken King DLC. So yeah, that dragon doesn't look all that dead. Also looks stabbed. Now let's go talk to it. Okay, we're gonna walk in the other direction, and how you doing? See ya. Okay. How does it even traverse this area? It's so tightly packed. Well, either way, that is a dragon. Yeah. Cool. So, that is it for this little area. Welcome to the crown of the Sunken King. Now, we actually have to head to... I'm guessing it's Artifacts. We're going to check Strades anyways. But we're going to head to the boss weapon guys and see what boss weapons we can get from the Rotten Soul. The Rotten Soul. The Rotten Soul. Also, the souls that are like great souls, they give you 75,000 or something. Is that crazy? Actually, I don't think they do give you 75,000. No, that's what you get for killing. What am I? That's what you get for killing Mr. Old Iron King. Where did I get that from? I keep going there. Trade. Yeah, it doesn't look like you get anything here for Rotten. Well, I guess a rule of thumb is basically... Hold on, I actually want to check something. But a rule of thumb is if it's a boss weapon that is like a great boss weapon, or like a very... like a boss weapon at an end of a road kind of situation. Like how Lost Sinner, or like every other great soul has been. If they're at like an end of a road, they'll probably go to Ornifex. I can do that again. I want to come back here to see if... Okay, these don't have as many... they don't have as many special attacks. Like this guy, this one's effect is Gargle Firing. But not many... Oh, King Vengeance, Royal Guard. That's funny. Not many of these swords have effects. Well, I know that the majority of the ones that Ornifex gives do have special effects to them, allowing, you know, that kind of situation. So, yeah. So, we're gonna come over here and kind of end the episode. We've died once, kind of by my own hand, but it's whatever. Also, if you're wondering that once you kill the Spider-Woman, all these spiders de-aggro, no, actually, they're not gonna get, they're not ever going to get de-aggroed. And you know what's even funnier? Neither will the magic ladies. The ones that are like absolutely the worst, yeah, these guys, they'll never de-aggro. They will never. They will hunt you down till you're dead. God. They are some of the most annoying enemies I think I've ever dealt with in a long while. Because they just do so much ridiculous damage. Alright. Kill these guys real quick. Because I don't know about you, but I'm just not feeling spider attacks right now. What did I tell you? See, I just got double teamed by a magic. Just by a magic. Just a, like, literally in general magic. And then, I will not die to a spider right now. That is not going to happen. Alright, Artifacts. Hey, how you doing, Artifacts? I don't really have anything to upgrade. I mean, the only weapon I would like to upgrade is probably this, but I don't have anything for that right now. Trading? This only gives you one item. It gives you the Soul of Rotten. The Soul of Rotten absorbs HP. And that's kind of it. So yeah. This is it for this episode. So, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for the Crash channel. In the next episode, we'll be heading to the castle. Hopefully, of course, if I don't die a lot. And that will take place in a matter of years. I will see you guys next time, as I've said. And you know the deal. The statistics are at the end of the episode. So, here are the statistics, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys next time. Peace.